Huser had always believed that music was a promise. You played, and the world listened back. That night, however, the concert hall felt like a confession booth, heavy with silence, waiting to judge him. The stage lights burned softly, outlining his cello like a familiar shadow. This was meant to be another performance, another applause-filled ending. Instead, it became the last song he never played. The piece rested on the stand before him, handwritten and unfinished. He had composed it in fragments, between trains, empty hotel rooms, and nights when sleep refused to come. It had no title, only a date scribbled in the corner. The day everything began to unravel. Critics had started to whisper that Huser was repeating himself, that the fire in his bow had dimmed. Fans still cheered, but he felt the distance growing, like a note held too long. Backstage, he tuned the cello with trembling fingers. Each string answered him faithfully, yet something inside resisted. He remembered his first teacher's words, "Never force a song. If it doesn't want to be born, it will punish you." Tonight, the music felt fragile, like glass. As he walked onto the stage, the audience rose to its feet. Faces blurred into a single wave of expectation. Somewhere in the crowd, he imagined those who had left his life, lovers who believed he chose music over them, friends who grew tired of waiting. The applause faded. Silence returned, deeper than before. He lifted the bow. Nothing. His arm froze midair. The opening note, which he had practiced 1,000 times, refused to come. Instead, memory surged. His father selling an old watch to buy him his first cello. The nights he practiced until his fingers bled. The joy of discovering that sound could say what words never could. All of it collided with fear. Fear of failing, fear of becoming ordinary. Fear that this unfinished song was, in truth, the story of his own exhaustion. A cough echoed in the hall. Someone shifted in their seat. Time stretched painfully. Huser lowered the bow. He could have played something else, an old favorite, a safe triumph. The audience would have applauded. The world would have moved on. But he knew that if he did, this song would haunt him forever, trapped between notes and regret. Instead, he stepped back from the stand and spoke softly into the microphone. "Some music," he said, "is not meant to be played. It is meant to be carried." With that, he left the stage. The hall remained silent, stunned. No encore followed. No explanation came. The unfinished piece stayed behind, pages fluttering gently in the draft. Years later, people would argue about that night, whether it was weakness or courage. But Huser knew the truth. His last song was not a failure. It was an ending he chose, a melody held inside his chest, perfect because it was never touched. And in that silence, he finally found peace.